everybody. Welcome to my last minute Facebook Sunday. I know I wasn't supposed to be on, but since my class got canceled or rescheduled because of the weather, I decided to jump on. And I didn't have a lot of time to prepare a lot of sample cards, which I like to do, a lot of samples with one set so you can see how many things you can do. But I did manage to do something. I think you'll like it. It was an idea I thought of, and I played around with it for a little bit this afternoon. So let me just see if my comments here. Hop on, say hi, and we'll just see what's going on. So what I'm going to do today, last minute of course, is I'm going to be using the Well Said bundle, and this has matching framelits, dies. And I'm going to pair that up with the Hi Maureen, with the birthday cheer. Now I have used the birthday cheer before, but I wanted to use the framelits to this, or the thinlits, to show you an idea that I came up with. Before I get started with that, let me remind you of a couple of things. Hi Win-Ann, hi Sandy. Don't forget that celebration coordination is still going on. They've already run out of the frog dies, so don't wait to order. Please get these while you can. I don't know if they're going to run out of anything else. This was the first time they did coordinating dies with celebration sets. So, you know, don't wait. Just get them while you can. Also, remember, this is the last month for celebration, and also to join Stampin' Up! For $99 and get $175 of product. So if you want to join my team, just contact me, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. And it looks like everybody's coming on now. So again, I'm glad you could join me for my last minute video. I'm going to do just a quick little video today. So are we ready? Let's get started. Say hi, tell me where you're from, leave your comments. Okay. So again, if you want to order online, it's my March hostess code is right here. I made it a little bigger. I know it was a little small. And also you can just go to my Stampersdelight.com and get that. Okay. All right. So again, I'm going to bring in the stamp sets. Okay. Well Said with the matching dies. And let me show you those. This set is a great set. It's got a lot of nice sayings. And then it's got these great framelits to go with it. And I got them on 2 magnet sheets because there's so many of them. Now the ones I'm going to be using are the happy birthday, so you're not seeing those. But these are all words. And you'll see those in a minute. And then of course there's some other things here. The birds and some flowers and butterflies. So that's a great bundle right there. And that's in the Occasions catalog. And the other one I'm going to be using, again, is the birthday cheer. I'm not using the stamp set itself, but what I'm using and showing are how I use the dies. And this one doesn't want to come out today. There we go. Okay, so if you watched my other video, you saw that I did a tent card with this set. So if you didn't see how I did the tent card, you can go back to my YouTube channel and see that. But you remember how I used these thinlits, you know, laying them down like that, which are adorable. But I wanted to use it a different way. So let me just take this one out because this is the one I'm going to use. Wet and windy in Canada. It was nasty here today. Snow, then sleet, then some rain. It's still pretty messy out there. And anybody that's been to my house knows what my driveway's like. So I didn't want my friends coming up for stamping today. So we're going to do it next Saturday. Okay, so what I did was, and I'll bring in the first card that I did. I took... Oh, let me just tell you before I do that. So the stamp sets can be found on page 17. That's a bundle, so you save 10% by ordering it as a bundle. And then the Well Said, I'm telling you, this is so worth it. That is on page 27 of the Occasions catalog. And I paired that up with the Broadway Bound Designer Series paper on 188 of the annual catalog. So let me show you what I did with the first. This was the first one I did. So this is a Lemon Lime Twist as my card base. It's just a quarter sheet. And then I did the framelets, and you see I didn't even poke out all the little doodads in here. Like I said, I did this last minute. So there is the presents, and then you open that up, and there's the cupcakes, and then you open that up, and then there's the little saying. And if you look, the colors, next time I do it, I'm going to use different colors. I should have used darker colors, maybe black, but I wanted to coordinate it. And again, I didn't have a lot of time to get it together, but these are the framelets from the Well Said Happy Birthday. So that's my card for today. Well, one of them. I have a couple more to show you, and then I'm going to show you the one that I'm going to actually do. So again, you fold it that way, you fold it that way. Oh, thank you, Philomena. And then you can just sign the bottom here. So another one I did, but I did it the opposite way. And when I show you how to do this, it works the same way. Okay, a quarter sheet of cardstock, designer series paper. This designer series paper is also from Broadway Bound. It was just cut a little bit smaller because it was a leftover piece. So I'll bring that in again. Now you see the Happy Birthday is in red. And then you flip open the presents there. And you flip open the cupcakes there. And the best thing about today is you. Because it does say Happy Birthday already. And the saying is from Well Said. And then you go like that. The next sample I did with it. Nice and silvery. This could make a great... I was hoping that we had a die that said anniversary in there. That would have been perfect for like a silver anniversary. But it works for a birthday card. And again, I did this with our foil paper. And it's probably hard to see because it's shining. Okay? But you open... Now this one I did the opposite way. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. But flip it open that way. Flip it open this way. And then it says Happy Birthday Wishes Friend. Now, there's no room there. I didn't put a piece of white cardstock here to sign it, but you can sign it on either side here. You can always sign your name here. Doesn't have a big sentiment in there, but anybody that got that card, I would think would like that. Okay. Now let me show you the one that I'm gonna show it to you, and then we're gonna do it. Okay. Again, very glittery. This one is with the gold glitter paper. And I know it doesn't show well on the camera. It says Happy Birthday Wishes. And this one I did just a little bit different. It's hard to see in the camera, but when you see it like right where I'm looking at it, it just looks like a bunch of great presents. Yeah, it would be a nice Christmas card too, nice and glittery. So this one, I opened once. I opened twice, but then I did a third one and laid it down flat on the card. And then for this one, I actually stamped The Best Thing About Today Is You. And then you just close it back up. And you just pop that in a regular envelope. What do you think? Like I said, it was something I thought about the other day. I was actually going to work on it this week for Friday's video, Facebook Friday. Oh, thank you. Karma says the gold is stunning. Thank you so much. But then I said, well, you know what? I got some time today, so I did it for today. Okay, so let me show you what I did. And the measurements of everything will be on the video later, but I will give you some of them. Like I just told you, it's just a quarter sheet of cardstock. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, I'm going to bring this in. I took just a quarter sheet of black. Yes, I hope this bundle carries over too, because it's got so many great sayings. This is definitely, anybody that knows me knows at the end of the year, after they do the retired list and the new catalog comes out, I have a big open house here for the new catalog, and I do sell my retired items. That's what replenishes with the new catalog. However, there's some things that I just cannot part with. This is going to be one of them if it's not carried over. But you don't want to wait. You want to get it now. So again, I cut this piece to go right over here. So this is a quarter sheet. This sheet right here is 4 by 5 1/4. And that's going to fit right on there when I'm done. So that's the base. Then what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you how I did this, but I'm going to show you one of them. So I took these are actually 2 pieces, and they were 2.5 to 3 inches wide, okay, right here. So I think this was 2.5. This was 2.5. And then I did it, I did 6 inches, or 5 and, oh, this one's 5 3/4. You just want to make sure that it's going to fit on your front of your card. So again, I will put the measurements that I used, and I just played around with it until I could get it right. The thing, and you're going to make 2 of those, but here's the trick. You're going to take this framelit, and one of them, you're going to take this, whichever edge you want to use. So let's say this edge. You line it up to your piece of paper, and you're going to line it up right at the bottom, or maybe just a tad, maybe 1/8 of an inch high. Just like that. You're going to run it through the big shot, and you're going to, but you want this tail, and you'll see why in a minute. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so you're running it through the big shot, but you got this piece left over, but you need that to wrap it around. Now, you take another piece, and you do the opposite. You put this over here and leave the tail at the other end. I didn't want to have to cut all the framelits out because it makes the camera jiggle too much. So again, I'll just show you real quick. One strip you're going to cut on this side and leave the tail here. The other one you're going to cut on this side and leave the tail there. One of them has to be higher up. You see where I put this one? This was about 1/4 of an inch. I left 1/4 of an inch here. Okay. This one I did not. Just maybe a tad. Okay. So again, just leave edges, but you want one edge to be higher than the other, because what's going to happen is you're going to layer them like this, and you want some of those presents to stick up. So I hope that made sense. So I'm going to put those aside for a minute. Then I'm going to take another piece, and for this one, what I'm going to do is use our adhesive sheet, because this one is going to be the one that lays flat inside. So this one I'm actually going to use the big shot. All you do with the adhesive sheets, if you haven't used them, they're great. You're going to peel that off, and I like to peel back just a little piece, a little at a time. I cut it to fit most of it, and I'm just going to pull that back. I did leave a little bit of a gap there, but I can trim that off so I don't get my big shot all gooky. So I'm just going to trim that off with my scissors and leave that over here. Now this framelit, I'm going to just put right on here. I'm going to apologize up front because you know what's going to happen when I run this through the big shot. I got my detailed plate there. Just going to lay it down here and run this right through. Ah, yes, I have a lot of my Aussie friends tonight. I really have to tell you, I enjoy doing these videos so much because of all of you. A lot of you I haven't met. Some of you I do know. I haven't met you in person, but I will tell you, I feel like we're all close friends. And I hope one day I get to meet all of you. Okay, I just go back and forth. And then what you can do, another way with this, is you can just flip this around. Sometimes I do this with the dies, sometimes I don't, but trust me, it does work. Don't take your die off. leave it there, and go back this way. It creates a better cut, and you don't have to be poking out all of that stuff. Again, remember, these are just things I do. They may work for you, they may not. Okay. Hopefully I didn't jiggle the camera too much. It was funny, my iPad wasn't even charged up because I wasn't really going to do this, so I had to plug it in here. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. So there's my die, and we'll put that, so that one's on the sticky sheet. We're just going to put that over there. I've also already done the same thing with the adhesive sheet, and I already did the happy birthday and the wishes. So let me bring in these pieces. So now you have these pieces, and what I'm going to do is where that was cut, I'm just going to snip it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side and leave a tail on each end. And this is really just playing around with it to get it to fit, okay? So this one, get out of there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, now I want all the presents there. So if I line this up here, that present hangs off here. So I'm going to snip this. It's always better to have more. I'm going to snip that right off so that I can get this one right there. And I'm showing you this. You could lay that down first, but I want to show you how to get the flaps. Okay. So now I got the presents there. All I did was I just pinched it to the back. Yeah, thank goodness for those sticky sheets. I just pinched it to go into the back of here. I do recommend for this, either if you still have some fast fuse left, that works great. But if not, use your sticky, your tear and tape. Okay, that works the best. It's a little bit stronger than your snail, and you really want it to hold, because you're going to be flipping these around, open and closing. So you could even put 3 strips there. So let me just pull that off. And even if you cut this wrong and you didn't get the 2 flaps, one a little bit, you know, wider here, doesn't matter, because you're still going to be able to open the card the same way. Again, I'm just going to pinch that so that it opens like this. Okay, and then if there's a little piece left right here, just snip that off. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to line that up. See where I want that one. Again, I want all the presents showing, so I'm just going to flip that to the back, pinch it, flip it over this way. I don't know if you stampers are like me. At night I try to go to sleep and I lay there and start thinking of things I want to do. Oh, I could do this and I can do that idea, and let me try this. Okay, so we're going to pull that up. And you all make it so worthwhile. Don't forget to share my video and leave comments. I'm sending out some happy mail, happy cards for you that you can send out. They won't have anything inside of them, so you could reuse the cards. I'll be picking 5 names a week. And I will be doing some door prizes. I didn't even get a door prize or a prize patrol for today because I wasn't planning on coming doing it. Okay, so now I flipped it over. Now you see this is a little overhang. And all I'm going to do with that is snip it. I want to do it this way so I don't cut my card. There we go. And that's how I did the folds or the flaps. Yeah, Vicki, I look at Pinterest constantly. I have a great day job, and if I'm not busy, I can look online for ideas. So that's how I got the flip or the flaps. And if you look at, let me give you one that's like this one. I put a lot wider end here so that the cupcakes were up higher. So it really doesn't matter. I mean, you can make the bottom as wide as you want, depending on how high up you want your second flap. Okay? So there, I have that. Now let me open it up. Now remember the one that I did with the sticky strip. I'm going to pull that off. And I don't have my wire brush here, but a lot of times you don't need that with the sticky strip. With the sticky strip, I find, or the adhesive sheets, I find that a lot of the little pieces stay right on there. Okay, so I'm just going to poke this out. Now this one I don't really need any tails, but I'm going to cut them off anyway so I can measure it. Because this you don't have to have a fold for. Pull that off. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to pull all this off. Hi, Diana. Diana was wondering what I was going to do. So was I. Now I have to think of something new for Friday morning's video. I have an idea, I think. Okay, there's just a couple of those little things in there. Okay, so I'm not laying this down yet because I know I need to trim it off. It's probably going to have to be about 4. I don't care if it's not perfect because whoever gets this card is going to love it. Okay, so let's trim that. Still a little bigger. I'm just going to go with the whole thing and trim it right down to the side of the present. Just like that. And I'm just going to lay that right inside there after I get that little white piece out of there. It's like the back of the dimensionals. They follow you everywhere. Okay. So I'm just going to lay that right on here. And there you go. That's how you make the flap. Now, one thing I will tell you, once you get the flaps down, you really want to burnish them good. Because you're not scoring this. You know, you can measure it and score it if you want, but anybody that knows me knows how much I hate to measure. Even in my cooking. Okay. And that's all there is to it. Aw, thanks, Vicki. So now before I put the sayings on there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, again, this is kind of heavy. Snail will work, but I've got my fast fuse here, so I'm going to use my fast fuse. Snail will work on the back of the card. It's just the flaps, I think, you know, I recommend that you use the tear tape. I'm just going to line that up on my black. What a great card for somebody turning 50. Is it 50 or 60 or whatever that they usually do the black. But this, like, I forgot who it was. Sorry. This would make a great Christmas card too, you know, with the presents. So now let me bring in my other ones that I already did. And that's the happy. Let me poke that out. I already did birthday wishes. This one's still on there. Okay, I need the happy first. One thing about these little words, okay, I mean, they are very delicate when you're pulling them off, but I had one earlier that tore in the middle, and you can actually line it right back up. That's what I liked about it. Okay, let me pop these out. And I'm just going to stick, this is why I like the sticker sheets too, because now I don't have to put glue on it. And then we'll just pull this one off. Okay, and pop all this out. There's actually a card that I did, a Christmas card. It was similar to this, and I was looking for it earlier. But, of course, you know, Murphy's Law, when you're looking for something, you can't find it. When I find it, I'll have to show it to you. It's made similar to this. Okay. This one does not want to come out. There we go. I'm trying very hard not to tear the birthday. I think I got it. I got all these little dots all over. Oh yeah, the words are a good size, Maureen. Happy birthday. I could actually use these on my nails, I think, as some kind of embellishment. Okay, and then let me grab the wishes. And this is what I meant. My wishes just broke. But let me show you what I mean. So my little eye there on the wishes came off. So let me just grab that. Let me pull this off first. See, a lot of times those things in the middle stay right on there. Happy birthday wishes. And then grab this little guy right here. He might be too small. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Never mind. I got another idea. You just have to bear with me for a moment. Okay. That's all there was to it. That was the card. Oh, I won't forget to wear my green next Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. I will be back on next Sunday, even though it's St. Patrick's Day. It was always a big holiday for my dad, who was Irish. He actually ran what was called the Irish American Association for 45 years here in New York. But we still get together and celebrate. My mother makes corned beef and cabbage, even though she's Italian. But we do celebrate. Okay, so again, here's the card. Now I'm going to open it up. Now on this one, what you can do, because it's white in the inside, you can sign your card here or here. And I'm just going to take the stamp. Make sure I do it the right way. There's nothing worse than stamping on something and doing it the wrong way after all this, right? And I think I'll put the birthday saying over here. Sorry if you see my head. I did it crooked, but that's okay. You get the idea. So the best thing about your birthday is you, and then you can sign your card right here. Now, I might want to flip it that way, since the saying is on that flap. But you can flip it flip the flap any way you want. Let me close this up before I mess it up. But watch what I'm going to do with something. I just thought about this. Let me grab these. How about bringing in our metallic pearls and putting one there for the birthday and one there for the wishes. I like that so much, I'm going to grab the other one that I did and do the same thing. Put it there and put it right there. What do you think? Did you like it? I know it was a quick video tonight, but I'm glad that you tuned in. So again, I'll bring the other ones back in so I can show them to you again. I will put the measurements on. And whenever you see the measurements, if you forget how to make something, just go back to the video. I'll play around and get all those white pieces off later. So these were the gold cards. I'll bring them back up. I will do the still shots so you can get a better idea. Bring in the silver one. And again, the paper is the Broadway Bound Specialty Designer Series paper. I think it goes great with the birthday cheer. And, of course, everything goes with the well said. And, again, this size here, you just want to, when you do your flaps, you want to just make sure that, let's say, this flap is this is 5 inches long. So make them 6 inches long and you'll be fine for any card. Either way. And here's the other one. So if you do this on a 6 inch or 6 inches long, regardless of what way you're doing it, if you're doing it this way or if you're doing it this way, you'll have yourself a flap. Okay. Ta-da! Now, the only thing I wanted to change on these two, and I thought about it as I was getting ready for the video, is I'm going to bring in some sequins here. Oh, here they are. And I want to put some of these sequins on there. Can never have enough embellishments. And maybe what I'll do is put one over here. Same thing with here. I just want to have a couple little sequins on there. You can do this with actually any thinlit dies or edgelets. I keep calling them thinlits. These are the edgelets. They're actually called edgelets because they make an edge. So you can do any of them. Do the same idea with that. One other trick I wanted to show you. If you're like me, the foil paper always gets dented. When you're putting it through the Big Shot, you can put a piece of computer paper on it. And, oh, you're welcome, Winann. Another thing you can do is just take your bone folder when you get a dent and just go back and forth like that, or even on the back side. It really does get rid of some of those dents in your foil paper, especially when you're using the foil paper for framelit or edgelets, because it does have a little bit of an edge. It kind of gets rid of some of those dents. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I didn't show as many samples as I usually do, but I hope you enjoyed them. Again, this is the Well Said stamp set with the birthday cheer. Let me just switch the camera. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I love you guys. I really do. And I hope you come back with me on Facebook Friday morning. Leave your comments, share it, and I will be picking a door prize on Friday. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that today. Not sure what I'm going to get you yet or what you're going to get, but it'll be a surprise. I like surprises. So have a great evening, have a great week, and I will see you back here Friday morning. And if you have any questions, just ask. I will answer your questions later on, okay? Thank you. Bye. Happy stamping.